Good morning, everyone. How are you? It's Laurie, and as you can tell, my voice is coming back a little bit. Actually, quite a bit. I still do not feel good. I'm still running a fever. Don't know what's going on, and I'm having breathing issues. But other than that, I am feeling very, very tired too. Fatigued is the way I want to put it. But I'm doing better. I'm improving, so continue to send me your prayers, please. And thank you to each and every one of you who has sent me well wishes and prayers. All right, let's take a look at what you have on the Zodiac die today. You have front and center Leo energy. Up above, you have Capricorn. So there's something about trying to be practical here. You've also got Sagittarius to the left and Taurus to the right. There's big practicality coming through here. An energy of wanting to maintain some sort of stability, protection. Keep something the way it is. Save it. Not let it get broken is what I'm hearing. Maybe we should have the green man face us. Yeah. Oh, sorry to put the tea in front of you. My peppermint tea. Thank you for all the health suggestions, too. I figure by this time tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow's Friday, so by the beginning of next week, I will be 100%. Let's go ahead and see what we have in your reading for you today. Your overall energy, oop, there's the devil. See, something is like tickling your intuition, prodding at something in your memory, poking at something that just, like you want it left alone, and it just won't be left alone. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's going on here. What more can you tell us here, please, Spirit? I hope all of you are happy, healthy, and having some fun. All right, and if you're not healthy or you're not having fun, I am sending you prayers for healing and for happiness. Let's see what we have here. Look at this. You really do want this to end. Oh, you know, this is your fear right here. This is what you're worried about. Something like somebody cutting you loose or you having to cut somebody loose because they just won't stop. You know, you want to protect something here. You're trying to hold on to something. But you also know that sometimes holding on to something that's not good for us is really bad. So this is going to be a little bit different for each of you. Some of you want to preserve something that is worth preserving, but there is something you're going to need to let go of in order to maintain what you have. So it could be maybe you're a family unit and you need to distance yourself from an in-law. There's the confirmation for somebody. You need to just distance yourself from the energy, the negative energy of somebody around you. That's a good example. Okay, we'll leave it there. Let's go ahead and see what's on your mind. Some of you, the challenge is going to be to find a way to separate yourself from the negative energy, from the controlling and manipulating thoughts, somebody around you. It could be a parent. I keep getting an image of a parent, like, or oh my gosh, this is not good. A nasty uncle or grandfather, you know, somebody around you that's just not nice. And they're older, and they're using that as like authority, as a way to manipulate the situation. I also did just hear that you could be divorced, and the children's father, and it could be mother. Okay, it's just all energy. Is using the children as manipulation, and the children feel it. Okay, and it could be friends if it's not children. All right. Let's see what's on your mind here. Four of Wands, you want success. You want to get back to celebrating life and having fun. Yeah, you don't want to think about this anymore. You don't want to be worried. You don't want to be stressed. Four of Wands, celebration, fun times, peace. Everybody's on the same page. Everybody wants the same thing. Somebody here doesn't. I'm not going to go too deep into that. You know your situation. All right, let's go ahead. See what the foundation of this message is. Got the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, that's what I figured. This is, you're in a situation with a family member, a career where you can't just pick up and leave. This is like a massive commitment here, or you're tied inextricably to this person, to this energy. Like I said, could be an in-law, a brother, sister, an ex. You're still tied to them through, whatever situation. If it's a work situation, you've worked at this company for many years. You've got a lot vested in this company, and you can't just pick up and walk away. All right, let's see what the immediate outcome is going to be here. What's the immediate future? Spirit, what can you tell our lovely, lovely Libras, cross watchers, and channel fans? What do they need to know here? Okay, there's going to be a change of course. Course correction. Change of direction. Hang on. Peppermint tea, in case I didn't tell you. I drink Tai Chi. I always wondered if I would do that. I drink chai tea in the morning after I do my Tai Chi. Oh my goodness, that's too funny. There will be a course correction here. Sorry. I am getting that something is going to be like out of your control. You're going to be told this is the way that things need to go. This is the way. So I'm getting like a court order here, but things are going to be course corrected. They're going to be made right. They may not be exactly fair, but it's going to be right. Now, I am hearing some of you are going to be faced with an important choice, whether to keep going down this road, to go this way or that way, and you're going to have to make that decision for yourself. All right, so there's two situations. Whoa. Ace of Wands. Wait for inspiration. All right, yeah, Spirit's trying to give you, if you see any of these symbols around you at any time, take note of what you're thinking, because that's your indication from Spirit of what direction to go in. So we've got a painter's palette. We've got some musical notes. So keep in mind, it does not have to be literally musical notes. It could be notes, letters. You've got the wand, which could be a baton. It could be a pointer at work. It could, you've got a paintbrush. You've got a twig, which could represent a plant, a symbol of growth. So graphic charts, I'm getting like, if this is a work situation, growth charts, bar charts, graphs, stuff like that. Maps of any type. Scrolls, so scrolling, maybe you're scrolling through TikTok, Facebook, one of those places that I do not waste my time on anymore. And you come across something and all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm scrolling. This is what Spirit wanted me to pay attention to. What was I thinking? What did I just see that could benefit me? Maybe you're reading a book or you're journaling. All right, maybe a feather from heaven. You see a feather on the ground. Could be you're focused on a single flame. You could be cooking a meal. You could be cleaning the house. You could be tending to your pets, your family, your meditations. Any of those things are going to be a symbol that your higher power is trying to reach you with information that will help you make that decision. All right, let's go ahead and see what the past influences were here. Whew. Man, I feel so much better, and yet I feel like I'm not any better. And it's only been, well, we're not sure when I got sick, but I know I had a cough on Friday, and it showed up Friday morning, developed during the day, and then by night, that cough was almost gone. And then I woke up the next day, and I knew I wasn't feeling well. I tried to get through it. Then Sunday is when I went to the ER. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today's Wednesday. No, today's Thursday. So 6 days so far. And like I said, I feel better. So thank you for putting up with my awful voice, especially since we all know that I have a pretty soothing sound normally. All right, your past influences here. Look at this, the Three of Cups. You had a simpler life. Things were easier. You had friends. You had support. Oh, I just heard maybe you lost support. See, somebody who may have been supportive in the past may not be so much anymore. And this is why you have to cut them loose. You have to let them go. Maybe they're too much into the drink, into having too much fun. Yeah, I'm getting an addiction here for some people. Not you, the person you're dealing with. It could be any type too, food, any type of addiction, gambling, you know, all of the negative ones. All addictions are negative. They have adverse effects on us. All right, so things that felt good in the past no longer do. Now you're feeling like you may be controlled by them, or somebody else might be controlled by them, and there is a need. You feel there is a need to cut this energy out. Get rid of it. Move away from it. And it is going to be a challenge for a lot of you because this is family or work. Excuse me. That hits just the right spot. All right, let's see how you view yourself handling this situation. Too many cards there. That was me with fumble fingers. Is somebody replaying a football game? I'm getting a football image. I don't know why. Five of Cups and the Eight of Cups. See, you're regretting that you didn't walk away from something sooner. You are regretting that you didn't leave this behind prior to this situation. So I'm getting that something has happened here recently that really is like you're kind of caught up in something you don't want to be caught up in. And you're like, if I had just left this behind, if I had distanced myself from this prior to this happening, things wouldn't be in the shape that they're in right now. But you don't need to regret it. You can focus on, the future and where you're heading. Once you decide to leave it behind, your path opens up in front of you on what to do. And look, right next to the Chariot there. So you do find that inspiration from Spirit. You do connect to your higher power, your guardian angels, elevated ancestors, whoever that may be. Let's see what your environment is going to offer up here. Five of Pentacles. Sanctuary. You will be coming in out of the cold. You will find the resources that you need. It's not going to be easy to, yeah, okay, I am definitely getting, I'm sorry, I don't like to talk negative, but, you know, the message is the message here. The message is the message. And for those of you who are going through an abusive relationship and you're leaving it, it's not easy, especially if you think that there is a threat to you, to your children, you know, to your safety, anybody's safety that you can, and that's that Leo energy with that Capricorn, you know, I need this to end, but I need to protect. And it's not going to be easy. So there will be a place for you to go, a place for you to find the resources that you need, the comfort that you need. You may be starting with less than you have right now. So if you're walking away from a situation where you're an equal breadwinner, as they say, you know, provider, whatever, you may lose that other person's income. But you know what? Your peace of mind, your safety is so much more important to you. And that's okay. You know, you can always make up the money. The money's not the biggest issue. And again, I am hearing the resources will be there for you. All right, so this flew out of here. What's going on here, Spirit? Page of Pentacles. Some of you are like, yeah, I'm taking a real chance here. It's a flip of the coin. You know, it could go beautifully. And more than likely it is going to, because this is a good card, okay? Look, we've got map here in front of you again. Different direction. I'm hearing from Spirit that this is meant to be confirmation, that things will be better than where you're at now. Any storms, any fears, any darkness, everything's going to be brought out into the light. It is a roll of the dice. It is the flip of a coin. But you know what? What we do once we make up our mind, then we know what direction to go. We can take action to protect ourselves and others around us. All right, let's see what you do not know. What's here in the hidden realms? What's going on behind the scenes? Three of Pentacles. You've got, I feel like 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. Things are going to work out, okay? Things are going to work out. It's not going to be beautiful. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. And you know what? It may take a long time to get back to on your feet to where you're self-sufficient. But you're not doing it alone. You are not doing it alone. There is sanctuary here. Let me get a sip of tea. All right, so you're not doing anything on your own here. And it will work out. You may not see it. You might not believe it, but it's there. If that's what you desire to be, then that is what you will be. All right, let's see what the most likely outcome is going to be here. You've got the 8 of Wands. I'm hearing a storm of information, a lot of confusion here on what's to come next. Look at that confusion. Feeling like it may be overwhelming and too much for you to deal with, but you know what? You're not doing this alone. And if you can just persevere for a little bit longer, you will get through this. Let's see what the final card here is. So you drew the 8 of Wands, okay? Then you drew the 7 of Cups and then the 10 of Wands. Let's see what the last card here is. If you persevere, what do you get? Where does this go for most of you, for all of you, for you, whoever's connecting to this message? I'm going to ask you to give this message a thumbs up, whether you like the message or not. I've taken the time to come here and show you love and support, and I'm asking nothing more than for you to give this video a thumbs up. I hope you will do me that kindness. Look at this. The Page of Pentacles came out again, and you saw it sticking out. You will go into a much better place. The storms will end. There will be calm. You will have a choice. Now, you may not have a lot of options, but you will have choices here. And you know what I'm hearing is you're going to look to somebody and say, I don't know which direction to go. I don't know what to do. And somebody is going to turn to you and say, well, then flip a coin. Take a chance. Pick a road. Pick a direction. Pick one thing and go after that. Because it will lead you to something better than where you are at currently. There you are on the bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. Self-assured, confident, abundant. Look at that with a Nine of Cups. I saw that Nine of Cups. Actually, I saw the Nine of Cups from the other deck, from the Garden Witches Tarot. So the Nine of Cups here with the Queen of Pentacles, you are going to have your wishes fulfilled. Your dreams are going to come true. And you know what I'm hearing is you don't know what you want. However, you know what you don't want. You don't want chaos. You don't want harm. You don't want to be manipulated. You don't want to be controlled. You don't want to feel unsafe. You don't want to feel trapped. All right? So you're taking the steps necessary. You're consulting the right people. You're getting the resources that you need. And, you know, your happiness is what's going to come through. Self-esteem, your confidence, Queen of Pentacles with a Nine of Cups, Six of Cups. You know, you kind of feel like you have, I'm hearing somebody out there saying, I have no faith in humanity anymore. I don't believe I can ever be happy again. Yes, you can. You can. Oh, who was that? That was the Emperor. Yeah, you may not see it coming, but your future is looking brighter, smarter, using your head. Look, King of Pentacles is down the road. So balance. Look at that, Six of Pentacles. You definitely got things, good things coming your way if you can hold off. Okay, like I said, it may feel a little chaotic. It may feel like everybody's talking. Don't listen to what other people are telling you other than those that actually can do something good for you. All right, so if they can provide you a safe place, if they can give you information on how to deal with the situation that you're in, all right, good, sound advice, you know, trusted things that have been proven to work in the past. You know, so many people right now are like, we can't do anything the way it was done in the past because they're just, everybody, you know, we just messed everything up. Those people who did things in the past messed everything up. Well, guess what? They may have tried things that didn't work, but at least they tried. And they didn't discount the information they had before them, because if they did, that's why it didn't work, okay? You have to know your history unless you want to repeat that history accidentally and get stuck in a loop. All right, sip of tea. Okay, let's get you an angel number here. Don't know where that came from. Well, I do know it came directly from Spirit because somebody was out there mocking. All right, 777. Alignment. Angel whispers. Your progress is being recognized and your alignment is here. It is within your reach. The whispers are reminding you to stay the course. You will get through this. And feel Source working through you and with you, because your gifts are being recognized. Your strengths, your ability to protect, your ability to work through things, to see the future, okay? What you do, maybe you don't know exactly where you're going, but you know you want something better. All right, so we have 777. We need an animal spirit card here. Have not had one in a while because I've been sick. Short readings. Ladybug was on the bottom. Lady Luck. And you got 777 already. So that's like good things. Good fortune. Look at the bee. See, count on your community. You are a powerful creator, and your work blesses all those that you touch. Be open to receiving the sweetness as well, because you are the king or queen of abundance. All right. Let's see what else we've got here. We're going to get one more spirit animal. Look at that dragon, supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will, which means you can adjust and adapt to the situation as you need to. You can become the chameleon, okay? And do what needs to be done. Mastery is your destiny. So rise with dignity. Don't hold yourself back. Don't let anyone hold you back, my loves. We're going to get you a sacred forest oracle message here. It sounds like my cough is clearing. That will be a miracle. That will be greatly appreciated. It was facing up and I turned it over. Starry night, acceptance. And look at this. I am definitely getting Native American. I'm sorry. I hope that's not offensive. Definitely I'm getting Alaskan. I'm getting a lot of different tribal names. But definitely something that you're like, it feels natural. It feels connected. You know who to go to. You know who will help you and who you can and cannot trust. I'm definitely, that's card 41. There is something of major importance there. Let's see what the acceptance is here. 41. I opened to page 14, or card 14, which I got to take a look. Stability, earth, spirit, and that's what I'm feeling, earth energy here. Now let's see what card 41 is. Oh, boy. All right. You know that you have a place on the planet that is unique and it is remarkable. Allow the blessings of the Creator to cascade into your being. You are so very worthy of this grace and so much more. Embrace all parts of yourself and accept your majesty, your sovereignty. There are times when it may be challenging to fully accept yourself just as you are. Yet when you don't honor all parts of yourself, you are denying yourself a full experience in life. There are no wrong experiences. Each one allows us to grow as a spiritual being. Some people say that they can never accept the dark deeds that have been done on the planet. There is no need to do so. Some things are just wrong. And we have to have that balance of light and dark. And I don't care if anyone believes that or not. It's the way of the universe. There's an equal and opposite reaction or to whatever, okay? That is proven. All right, so, however, in order to bring more light into the world, we must first accept ourselves in all of our different permeations. What we deny in ourselves runs our lives. That's how we become addicted. The more that we can accept ourselves, the more fulfillment and life force energy that we will have. All right, the spirit of the starry night says, embrace your inner sovereignty. Accept your life in all of its configurations. Every moment has profound value, even if it doesn't seem like it in the moment. Forgive yourself and others, and accept all that life has provided, and harmony will then ensue. I think somebody just needed to hear that again. All right, we're going to get you an Oracle of the Moon message. This is the one. Release. All right, so card 27. I'm going to show you the other one that was there. Focus. Oh my gosh. Card 14. Actually, Spirit's saying to release, cut the cords so that you have this new focus. 27 and 14. We're going to take a look at card 14. This is a different deck than where I was in the, with this. So let's see what 14 says here. Remember, I opened the book to 14 in the other one. It says you need to focus on the task at hand right now. It's imperative because there is no room for a scattergun approach. Put on the blinkers and do not listen to gossip or negative people. If you make a mistake, it is your mistake to make. Do not waste your focus. Do not split your attention into too many pieces. And it says here, what we place our focused attention on matters. Placing our undivided focus on something means we are more likely to take action on that thing. We are more likely to finish it when we wish to complete it if we focus on it. We are more likely to plan and succeed in our achievements should we take the time to focus on how we're going to do that. Even something as simple as eating a meal is more enjoyable if we take the time to focus on just that. Eating. Turn off the TV. Turn off the phone. Put all tech aside. Have a person sitting next to you and speak to them, or just eat the food and don't say a word. What hinders focus? Diversion. And it is often diversions we set for ourselves or that we allow. When we are afraid of our own growth or greatness, we may procrastinate. We might place drama in our own way. We may even focus on everyone except ourselves and never have the time to do the things we set for ourselves. Our heart's desires, therefore, never, ever come to us. We might allow the opinions of others to get in the way, letting the criticism and values of others affect how we act. This is pointless. We need to forget about the gossip and the opinions of other people, about what our society says. Instead, turn your focus inwards to you and what you are doing. What do you need to do? Pay attention to you. Yes, you. We need to focus instead on what feels so deeply right to us, what we really want and what we want to place our laser-like focus upon, and soon it will be ours, okay? So the gemstone associated with this energy is the carnelian, C-A-R-N-E-L-I-A-N. And I say that because I know a lot of people have the captions on. All right, so release, let it go. Whatever it is that you have to focus on to get rid of here to help yourself, please do that. All right, my loves, I think we are going to do a single letter dice. Rory, Rosanna, Remy, Melissa, Samuel, Sammy, Denise, Dale, Shelley, Sheila, Thad, Theodore, Thelma, Strucker, Starla, Darcy, Dante, Lydia, Lizzie, Millie, Miley, Tanya. I keep hearing Thad, Tad, Teddy, Stuart, Connecticut, Decker, Drea, Andrea, Dre, and Desiree. All right, my loves, you know what to do. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm not doing any readings at this time. I don't know when I'll bring them back. All right, so maybe in the future, when you're ready for them, you'll request them. Until then, I'm wishing you much peace, love, and happiness. Bye-bye. Oh.